Hello and welcome to another update video about CRO. Yeah, CRO has been moving as expected. We talked about this target area here in green. I think since we've been talking about this since January, and we have now come down as expected, as already outlined in the last few videos in the last few days, that there is a very, very high likelihood that we are going to come down to this level here at 26 cents. This is the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement level. And again, to all the people who always say TA doesn't work, we have reached it with the accuracy of, I don't know, but we've reached it, right? It touched it perfectly. So you can see again that prices adhere to key Fibonacci retracement levels, and the price has reacted to it, which was expected, which is good to see as well. It was expected because, and I outlined that in the last few videos as well, the daily RSI was just massively oversold. So we just have to come up at some point. At some point, just naturally, the buyers do start to step in. And one of the first key moments or locations or areas where buyers typically start to step in again in such a larger corrective wave 2, is typically at the 78.6% Fibonacci level. And this is exactly where we currently are. We can draw the Fibonacci levels again, just to outline it. Okay, so there we go. And you've got here the Fibonacci levels highlighted. 88.7% Fibonacci level is at 17.5 cents, and the 78.6 is at 26.5 cents. And this is exactly where we came down to yesterday, I believe that was. And, obviously the 61.8% Fibonacci level is very relevant as well. This is why we had a lot of back and forth around that area here, a lot of fighting between the bulls and the bears, as you can see. Also the 200-day moving average came into play here. But then when we lost that Fibonacci level and also the 200-day moving average, that is when we dropped exactly from the Fibonacci level here at 41 cents. The 61.8% level all the way down to the 78.6. And that is a target area we've been waiting for. It doesn't look too bad for CRO, because it could in this scenario still drop without a problem all the way down to 17.5 cents without having serious problems. So it is holding fairly well compared to other cryptos. Yes, of course, the drop in the last few days was significant, but all it did was to catch up with some other coins. We can see again the sentiment changing to being very negative about CRO because they changed their rates. Now my view is that price drop has, and maybe it might have been the catalyst with those rate changes for the cards and so on, but it was not the only reason. It is just a sentiment shift that naturally occurs. That is why the Elliott waves are so accurate. And that is why we've reached the area, and otherwise you wouldn't have reached the areas for many other cryptos as well, because for some cryptos we didn't have any negative news, and people always try to find those negative news when prices drop and try to find a reason for that. Okay, we can see that correction already started before they announced those rate changes. I mean, the whole correction started basically up here, isn't it? And so what was the reason for that? It is a sentiment shift. It is just why those nobody knew here back in November about the rate changes. I mean, it is just what naturally happens in a wave 2. Therefore, we could define that target area back in January already. Maybe it was even earlier, I can't remember. But from here then, somewhere here, we do expect now the correction to the upside, or even already a complete shift back into a wave 3. Now, at the moment, the bullish signals for that are still too weak. I still expect further downside at the moment, at least until we see here a shift in buying volume. Yeah, we have seen slightly increased buying volume now, but it is still too weak. And also the way we came down here, I would not be surprised if we drop even lower. Short-term upside potential now, absolutely possible, because the downside potential is very limited, because on the RSI, on the relative strength index, we are just massively oversold. So we can now expect a bit of a corrective move up. I think the first target, and we've already started that, so also told you that we can expect here a reaction to that Fib level, and that has happened from 26 cents all the way up to nearly 30 cents. So that is quite a bit of a move. So anyone who really put a limit order here at this 78.6% fib level could have already made 14%. Yeah, and that is the level where we expected a reaction. How strong is the reaction? It's decent, yeah, but it's not yet enough to say, all right, we are heading here for a reversal. I think for that, generally the crypto market at the moment is still too weak. But should we see some more bullish momentum here, that could push the price all the way up to, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some short-term move up to the 61.8 Fibonacci level. I think this is sort of would be the next target to the upside, yeah, if we see here some kind of momentum. But the message here is it is still too weak. We do not yet see any bullish momentum really. We've seen a reaction, yes, but it's not strong enough yet to gauge what kind of wave it is. Is this going to be an impulsive move up, or is it just another corrective move up, which would then be followed by another wave down? So the message of this video is everything going according to plan. We hit the target area. We've seen a reaction to it. That is what we want to see. But now we need to wait and have a little bit of patience just to see how the price is now reacting to it. One way to play this was to set a limit order just above the Fibonacci retracement level with a stop loss just below it, and with a very tight stop loss, and then to bet basically for increasing prices. But that is only one way of doing it. And again, I'm not telling you how to do this, because eventually you are responsible for your own money, and I can only help you understand the charts here and help you make some informed decisions about what the price might be doing next. So yeah, so far that counter reaction is still a little bit too weak. Maybe we can see more on the 1 hour chart, but even here, if this is anything, this was really just a very, very first wave to the upside. In the first instance, the price would need to move above 32 cents to unlock higher prices, and that could then be here the next swing high at around 35.7 cents. This is what I'm looking for on the upside. And should we, however, drop below that Fibonacci level here at 26.5 cents, then I think in the next few days or weeks we could even see the 17.5 cent level. So that's my view about CRO. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership, and maybe even check out the trading course that I'm currently uploading on the website morecryptoonline.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.